as of Wednesday morning at 2 a.m., Bernard Pierce, he's the Ravens running back. He did start the season. Most people thought he was going to start after all the crazy Ray Rice stuff happened at the beginning of the year, but he ended up falling back. Still a good talent, but he got arrested for a DUI right outside of Baltimore in the city of Towson, and then promptly was cut by the Ravens. So this is pretty bad. And it was funny because I was reading some of the things about the arrest, and apparently while he was in the police car on his way to the precinct, and he was kind of like, hey, do you know what happened to the last Ravens player that got a DUI? And the officer said nothing. He says, I'm going to get cut tomorrow. So he knew it.
Wow.
Yeah, and
so he knew it. He knew it.
He knew he was getting cut. Yeah, and he also asked if they could keep this off the books. I'm afraid that if you're already in the police car, it's a little too late to keep it off the books.
I mean, you can ask.
I guess it never hurts.
Worth
to
a
ask.
shot.
Yeah.
It's about to lose him millions of dollars, right?
Yeah,
so
I mean, he could be like, "Come on, man, it's not worth."
He can ask. It's not like he tried to bribe the guy at least or anything. So
like
he just asked if it could be off the books.
Yeah, can you please keep it off the books? Officer's like, "No, I can't. I'm not even a Ravens fan. I'm a Redskins fan." Oh, okay, that did that. I made that last part. But yeah, this is kind of
maybe it was the case.
Well, it could have been it. But this is kind of been an issue.
Like Towson's like north of Baltimore, right?
Yeah, it's not very far. No, it's not that far.
He might have been in Pittsburgh. It does. No, Pittsburgh fans go way down.
Yeah, but Towson's like 5 minutes north of Baltimore. It's in Baltimore County.
Have you seen where those Pittsburgh fans show up?
Yeah, they show up everywhere because they're jerks.
They're kind of like Cowboys fans. Like the closer you are to Washington, the more Cowboys fans you start seeing pop up. So probably when you start getting like that edge towards Baltimore, you start seeing a bunch of Pittsburgh fans.
I don't think so. I just doubt that. I just really doubt that. But this is kind of turning into a little bit of a problem for the Ravens as of recently. So he's the third player to be arrested and then cut this offseason for the Ravens, and he's the 8th player to be arrested within the past 2 years. Now, we all know about Ray Rice's crazy fiasco of non-trial, non-arrested, but yet still cut, and I'm not saying that because I don't believe that's what should have happened. It was a fiasco, what the NFL's investigation and all that, and then one video comes out of him dragging her out of the elevator, then another video comes out with him cold clocking her in the elevator. It was just crazy things were happening there. That's for sure.
He gets indefinitely suspended, but now the league's talking about, well, maybe he can play anyway.
He got suspended for 2 games, and then he was indefinitely suspended. And then they came out with these new rules about if you're charged or involved in a domestic violence incident, you get suspended for 6 games. So he was suspended for the 6 games. I believe he has been reinstated. An arbiter has said he can be reinstated. He didn't play. He was pretty much suspended for the whole year. So
from the Ravens, but the
Ravens
officially cut him.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
So, and he was put on that weird commissioner's exempt list, which nobody quite understands. But this is an issue just with the NFL in general, because I guess maybe 30 years ago, if you were a big star NFL player, you wouldn't get in trouble for any of this. Most people would be like, let's just pretend this didn't happen. But nowadays, especially with all the cameras everywhere, with the TMZs, with all these, anybody can be a cameraman with their cell phone. These big stars, this just doesn't fly for them anymore. So
you can't hide it as easily.
Exactly. Well, that's why it doesn't fly, is because it's like, oh, well, if I try to push this under the rug, it could be me getting in trouble because somebody else could be seeing this. And it happened apparently on 95 or close to 95, which is a really major road. So anybody could have seen what was going on. And it's just weird. And it's funny that these NFL players would put themselves in this position for a DUI. It's like, you're a millionaire. Yes, Bernard Pierce, you are a millionaire. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure you're worth over $1 million. Even if you're not, you're making at least $600,000 a year. You could call a cab. You can afford it. You could call a limo service. You can afford it.
That's what I was going to say too. He could call whatever he wants. It's a little surprising he doesn't have a driver, but whatever, fine. He doesn't spend his money on a driver. Yeah, he could pay for a limo service to get him home while he's drunk.
And I guarantee you, I absolutely guarantee you, because I remember hearing about the New York Giants having a program like this, where you can call the Giants and they will send somebody to pick you up. I'm sure if you called somebody in the Ravens, they probably have some sort of contact guy, like, hey, I drank a little bit tonight. Okay, car's coming. It's like, What's the
Yeah,
problem?
and for such a major organization, it would be stupid for them to not have like some go-to guy
Hmm.
for
And I'm not
stuff.
saying that they should be
And
like,
that's a simple
hey,
thing too.
we don't mind our players going out and partying and getting drunk, which, I mean, you wouldn't want them to do that on the regular season. But during the off season, yeah, go out, have a good time, be responsible about it, though. Let us help you be responsible about it. And I have no doubt at all that they have some sort of program, or if he did call somebody, that they would even think about it twice. Yeah, someone's coming to get you right now. Stay where you are. It's like it's just ridiculous that these.
Or find some random Ravens fan in the crowd, like, "Hey, you man, could you?"
Yeah, that might be dangerous though. That
It
might be
might be,
dangerous.
but so
Yeah,
is
they
driving
might
drunk.
kidnap him and keep the. We have our own personal ravens in our basement.
Yeah, well, I
Yay!
mean, drunk driving is also dangerous, so
Well,
you
that
have
is
to weigh
true.
your options.
That is
And if
true.
they really want the Ravens to do well this year, they'll make
And
sure the starters get home.
yeah, so
They could be crazy too. They could be a Pittsburgh fan in disguise. I don't know.
That's
We
true.
were just
They
talking
might be
about that.
they might be undercover Pittsburgh fans. But yeah, it just seems absolutely ridiculous to me that these NFL players, especially in this day and age, would put themselves into a position that would get them in so much trouble. But that's just me. But let us know what you think. Hit us up. Comments down below. Do you think him getting cut automatically is the right punishment? That does it fit the crime? Is he going to land anywhere else? Hit us up. Let us know. At Words My Face on Twitter. Of course, Google Plus and Facebook. Always good ways of getting a hold of us. But let's go.